What's going on, y'all? Happy Monday. It's Josh here, not for PokeJacks, and I took a gamble. I went ahead and took a gamble. Did a purchase of Storm Elder. Oh, I can't even say it now. Emeralda. Storm Emeralda. Wow, it is Monday. And the pre-orders I put up are gone extremely well. At a pretty fair price, I think, at $169.99 plus shipping. Shipping's $8. Still well under the market price. We're gonna go into the current market price for the box, but I did want to go over into the singles real quick, and just for the Rayquaza alone, they finally have a gold Rayquaza listed for $1,200, almost $1,300. Let's see if there's anybody that's even bought this card at that price yet, or is this just something that's listed? Somebody has it listed at $2,100. I think that's a little bit of market manipulation, but one has sold, and the only one that has sold has been for $1,300. That is crazy. Again, don't know if that's market manipulation or what, but you have two other sellers selling for $2,100, and basically both of them for $2,100. I don't know if anybody's going to pick those cards up at that price, or this card up at that price, but someone didn't have a sell at basically $1,300. I mean, that kind of set the benchmark for the market price. I don't think anybody's going to pick it up for $2,100, but I could be wrong. But I just thought that was odd. I finally seen it, firsthand. Going to the booster box. So like I said, my booster box price is $169.99, $8 shipping, which is dramatically lower than the market price. Market price right now is $185. So you're still getting a pretty decent deal. We'll look at recent sales from today. So 185, 185, 185, 166. That was with no shrink wrap. I don't think that should be counted into the equation for market price, because most people want it with shrink wrap, not without shrink wrap. Having a shrink wrap, that's, at least in the Japanese standpoint, is authentic. Keeping authentic, the authenticity of it. When I buy Chinese, I buy by the booster. I buy by the cases, so I know they're authentic. I know there's a lot of shenanigans, we'll put it this way, for Chinese buying individual booster boxes. So I always buy those in cases. With the Japanese, I haven't had any issues. I even quality check them. Every once in a while, I'll open up a box, I'll rip one, the blue core seal's there. I know, hey, my supplier's still getting good product, and if he wasn't, I let him know. I've been working with some of these folks for quite some time now, so I was happy to get something at a fair price, and I can offer it to everyone. But yeah, the standard going rate looks about $185. Like I said, I'm selling it for $169.99 plus $8 shipping. If you buy one box, paying $8 shipping, you buy 2, 3, 4. I had a customer buy 3 and I had another customer buy 4. I only have 5 left. So out of my pre-orders, I have 5 left. I took a gamble and went for it. Went back to my roots of Japanese. Went ahead and bought, a few boxes. I won't disclose how many, but a good number that, hey, I'm almost sold out. And it's done very well for me. So the appetite for that price is there. It's still a little high for my flavor, but I do appreciate the customers that are buying. I think they see a fair deal. And it's going on week 2. And really, there hasn't been too much of a change of a market price. It's been fluctuating between 185 and 190. So, like I said, even with $8, you're still below market, and haven't crossed a lot of states Nexus yet, so they're not getting sales tax. Florida and Rhode Island are the ones that right now I have to worry about sales tax. Other states, I am not nearly close to theirs, or some I'm getting a little close to. And eventually, I'm gonna have to start charging them sales tax or get registered in their registered in their state for use of sales tax, because I am getting close to crossing the nexus for that state. I use a program, I might pronounce this wrong, Avalara, and it helps me keep track of the sales in each state and when I'm getting close. And also, I have my own Excel spreadsheet I built that totals up each state, so I can just bounce it back off the maps, and the map breaks down, is it total number of sales, or total number or let me rephrase that, total number of sales, or how much have you sold there. So it's either or. For some states like Georgia, I think if you sell 20 items, you got to start collecting sales tax, if I remember correctly. So it's that Georgia's the one that's pretty close. I have to keep a close eye on that one, but yeah, that's what I'm offering. I took a gamble. I said, why not? Let's give it a shot. Worst case, I lose a couple $100s. But I stuck to my roots, and I think it's doing relatively well. Like I said, we're in, it get released the 31st. We're almost in week 2, and like I said, it's cooled down some, but not a lot, but enough where I can get it at a fair price. Like I said, I think $169.99 is a pretty good price in $8 shipping. And if I have Crush and Extras, you get no sales tax. So that's even better for you. But yeah, that's kind of what we're sitting at with that set. Other than that, with the business, there ain't a whole lot English wise going. I have asked my distribution a couple times now, hey, Deaths and Rivals, am I going to get any reprints? Is there a reprint? Is there a restock? They still haven't given me an answer. They're not sure. Either they know, and I'm just not in that tier of getting any, or they really don't know. Like I said, I have a relatively small distributor, but hopefully if they get them, I get some. If not, it is what it is. Life goes on, and like I said, I got 30th anniversary coming up. I know my allocations for that. I got a shipment coming in tomorrow. Yeah, correct. Yes, tomorrow. It'll have some of the Chinese black crystals. I'll still have a few left of those from the pre-orders, and also order from distribution. It'll be the original My Little Pony set and the new one that's called Discord. Not got to advertise that a little bit more. I know they have some customers that are interested in it, but going to Facebooks and Discords, Instagram, try to advertise, hey, look at me, I'm Josh, trying for PokeJacks. I'm a little guy, small fish in the big sea, trying to make a name for myself, trying different TCGs just to build spin. I could buy binders all day. I could buy penny sleeves all day. At least I get some movement with some of these other TCGs where when I kind of burn out on binders. I burn out hard on binders, and even on TCG Player, they're just not moving that much. Even eBay. So, I kind of hit like a point where, okay, I think I've done enough with binders. Let's just try these other TCGs out, which Cookie Run, like I said, has done very well for me. Vibes has done absolutely terrible for me. My Little Pony and the K-pop cards have done, decent. I don't sell a whole lot of those. One that did really good for me too, but I haven't come back in stock is Warlord. There's a pretty good niche in a Discord that I use. A lot of those folks would buy from me. Once they knew I was legit, and one guy pretty much spoke for me for the whole group. So, I started getting all these orders in. So I know Warlord has another set coming out in the winter that I'm tracking. I haven't seen anything for pre-release for that yet, but we'll see what happens and how that comes. I've already put my pre-orders for the next Power World set. Am I getting any reprints for the first set? I don't know. I put my request in. Doesn't mean when I'm going to get them or if I'm going to get them, because I know Bushiroad has a very, very long stream of items coming out between now and the holidays. So I just don't anticipate a reprint before the holidays. I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. Just kind of looking at everything that's coming out, I just don't see it. I don't know their print capacity, but we'll see what happens as time goes. But other than that, just want to do a quick video, talk about, hey, I roll the dice. So far, Lady Luck is being very kind, and I appreciate it. I appreciate all my customers out there. Everybody's been following, subscribing. It all mean the world to me as I continue to get bigger and better every single day, and I do it for y'all. Other than that, till next time, 904 out.